Here's a startling revelation. Britain ranks among the least nature-connected nations globally, while Nepal takes the lead in fostering a deep bond with the natural world. But here's where it gets controversial. Could our modern, urbanized lifestyles be severing our ties to nature, and what does this mean for the planet's future? According to a groundbreaking global study published in the journal Ambio, Britain sits at a disappointing 55th place out of 61 countries when it comes to feeling connected to nature. The study, which surveyed 57,000 people, explores how social, economic, cultural, and geographical factors shape our attitudes toward the environment. At the top of the list, Nepal, Iran, South Africa, Bangladesh, and Nigeria lead the way in nature connectedness. Interestingly, Croatia and Bulgaria are the only European nations cracking the top 10, with France trailing behind at 19th place. Meanwhile, countries like the Netherlands, Canada, English-speaking regions, Germany, Israel, Japan, and Spain, which ranks last, join Britain at the bottom of the list. But what does it mean to be nature-connected? This psychological concept measures how closely individuals feel tied to other species, and research shows that higher levels of this connection are linked to improved well-being and eco-friendly behaviors. Conversely, lower nature connectedness is identified as a major driver of biodiversity loss, alongside inequality and materialism. And this is the part most people miss. The study, led by Professor Miles Richardson of the University of Derby, found that societies with high levels of spirituality tend to have stronger connections to nature. Religious cultures that prioritize faith over science often exhibit deeper bonds with the environment. In contrast, countries with a high ease of doing business score, a World Bank metric, showed weaker nature connections. This raises a thought-provoking question: are economic progress and environmental harmony inherently at odds? Despite Britain's high membership in environmental organizations, the study suggests that joining such groups doesn't necessarily translate to a personal connection with nature. Instead, factors like urbanization, income levels, and internet use appear to contribute to this disconnect. Richardson notes, nature connectedness isn't just about actions, it's about how we feel, think, and value our place in the living world. He acknowledges the challenges of balancing a rational, scientific society with the need to reintegrate nature into our lives. How do we make nature sacred again in a tech-driven world, he asks. Richardson proposes solutions like incorporating natural environments into healthcare treatments, legally recognizing the rights of nature, and embedding biodiversity considerations into business decisions. However, he admits there's a tension between economic growth and environmental stewardship. We need a functioning economy, but we must rethink how we do business, he says. Nature shouldn't just be a resource, it should be a stakeholder. Bringing nature into urban spaces is a start, but Richardson cautions, it's not enough to just build parks. We need to create sacred urban nature that goes beyond surface-level solutions. The study's findings on the link between spirituality and nature connection were based on data from the World Values Survey, which measures religious beliefs across countries. Graham Usher, the Bishop of Norwich and environmental lead for the Church of England, reflects, Jesus often sought solitude in nature, finding God in the birds and flowers. What we notice, we begin to love, and what we love, we protect. This starts with children, which is why initiatives like forest schools and wild churches are so vital. Here's the big question for you: do you think our modern lifestyles are irreconcilably at odds with nature, or can we find a way to bridge this growing divide? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's spark a conversation that could shape our future relationship with the planet.